Hey guys, today I am doing how to glow up after being sick. I hope you guys like this. I've been sick the past few days and it's been a struggle, but with these helpful tips I have gotten through it. I hope if you're sick you feel better, and I hope if you get sick you feel better, and these tips totally help you. Use ice to take inflammation out. Ice is one of the best things for your face. It unclogs your pores, tightens your skin, reduces wrinkling, and it feels really good after you do it. You feel so cleansed. Just like how ice takes out the inflammation when you hurt your foot or hurt something else, this takes out all of the inflammation in your face and reduces the redness. First, you're going to need something to hold it. I just use these little cotton pads just so I don't burn my fingers because the ice is still cold. So when I apply it, I like to just go in the areas that are kind of puffy or kind of red and just glaze it over that, and I like how it feels over all of the hot spots and stuff like that that I've gotten from being sick, and in the end my skin feels so much better. Aloe vera gel has so many benefits for your skin and your hair. One of the benefits is taking out dark circles. I think this is really important from after you get sick, because sometimes when you're sick and you're rubbing your eyes a lot, you tend to get dark circles, or from losing sleep because you're just staying up watching Netflix after being in bed all day. And this can come really in handy when you need to go out somewhere and you look like a raccoon, because I've been there. So when I apply it, I like to just put it in the dark spots, maybe under my eyes or around my nose, just places that start getting a little too dark from losing sleep, and this ends up looking better under my makeup. When you're sick, you may find yourself using a lot of wet washcloths on your skin, and this can result in dry, flaky skin. To get rid of this dry, flaky skin, you can use a light exfoliator and rub it on about every 2 days just to keep your skin healthy and keep some of the skin that should be on there. When you use too rough of exfoliators and you use them every single day, it can strip your skin and irritate it even more. I like the Dark Angel scrub from Lush. I like the way it looks, and I think that's why I bought it, but it turned out being really good, and it has some avocado oils in it that'll nourish your skin, but at the same time it has charcoal that'll tone it and get in your pores and unclog them. Of course, you don't have to go to Lush and go buy a mask or anything that is exfoliating. You can make them right at your house. Some of the masks that I like is a coffee scrub where you mix coffee and coconut oil, and it's super nourishing just like this one. The coffee kind of exfoliates the skin and the coconut really moisturizes it. Moving on to my makeup, I'm going to go in with some green in my eyes just to take out kind of the red look, because I've been rubbing them a lot and they've kind of gotten inflamed, and that's not a good look. So underneath my makeup I'll have that green to kind of protect it and go over it. Another good place to do this is next to your nose, where you might be rubbing a lot and it's kind of raw. Some people might say this is kind of weird or genius, but I bought the wrong color for my shade and I bought it too light, so I took an old foundation that was way too dark for me and I mixed the two. This works out and is my perfect shade most of the time when I get it right, and I really like how this turns out using two of the different formulas. One's very high coverage and the other's kind of just moussey and gives me that dewy look, so I think both of them together really work out. The full coverage foundation is called the L'Oreal Infallible Total Coverage. I'll leave a link in the description, but this is one of my favorite foundations ever. Like, this is so amazing, and whatever shade you get and whatever you mix it with, it's so covering. And for me, not wanting to show my freckles or my dark circles, this really helps out, especially when you're sick. Now that I've finished my concealer, it's not completely done because it's still wet. Taking my e.l.f. translucent powder, I'm packing on a bunch. Because I'm so sweaty and it's probably really hot where you live, and mixed with being sick, you're going to need a lot of powder to keep you from looking so greasy and kind of rubbing off all your makeup super fast. Now that I have all of my powder caked on, I'm going to take my fluffy blending brush and just blend that all into the creases to make sure that it's compacted and it's not looking too white or too powdery. Use a light exfoliator to get rid of chapped lips. I like to use the Lush Bubblegum Exfoliator, but of course you can easily make a lip scrub at home just using sugar and maybe your chapstick, and that will work just fine. I like to use light exfoliators because sometimes with something that's too rough you might just get even worse chapped lips. This lip scrub is edible from Lush, so I'm not just weird. But if you want to make one at home that is edible too, you could use maybe some sugar and a little bit of coconut, and that would be just the same. Once you've exfoliated your lips, make sure that you use a chapstick or something nourishing. All of the footage for my eyes was pretty blurry, so basically I just did like a regular natural smoky eye, and I put some mascara obviously and lined the bottom of my eyes to kind of open them up, but I used a nude eyeliner on the inside of my eyes to give them kind of a lighter feeling and open them up a little bit more. I also tight lined the bottoms of my eyelids just to give them that kind of depth and not show as much redness. This look is different for everyone depending on your eye shape or how puffy or how not puffy your eyes are, but I think this kind of works for me, and if you have eyes like me, this will probably work for you. So that is how I glow up after I'm sick. I paired all of those looks with a messy bun and drew out the front of my bangs to kind of caress my face and make it look less blockish and more skinny. So there's another little tip for you, and I hope this made you feel a lot more confident when you're sick and taught you a few little tips and tricks that I like to use when I'm looking kind of nasty like that. So yeah.